Well, there is more fallout for the Esparto Fireworks Company, where a deadly explosion killed 7 workers in July. The state safety division is fining devastating pyrotechnics more than $200,000, saying the tragedy could have been prevented. Cal OSHA says things could have turned out differently if devastating pyrotechnics provided proper training and prevention plans.
KCRA 3's Michelle Bandor joins us live in the studio with more on the violations discovered. So, Michelle, what have you learned?
Well, Andrea, the 32-page report outlines 15 violations Cal OSHA says it discovered in the 5-month-long investigation into what kind of workplace devastating pyrotechnics provided to its employees. 7 men died when a series of explosions rocked the warehouse filled with what Cal Fire says were illegally stored commercial-grade fireworks. From its investigation, Cal OSHA says the company violated state safety regulations, including serious regulatory violations, 3 of which the agency tells KCRA3 investigates were directly related to the deadly incident. The fines total $221,000. Cal OSHA calls this a preventable tragedy, and some of the violations include not providing adequate procedures for identifying workplace hazards and conducting periodic inspections to detect unsafe conditions related to the storage and handling of pyrotechnic materials, did not review a fire prevention plan with employees or tell them of the hazards of the handling and storage of the fireworks, and as a result, the fire and explosion at the facility occurred. Failed to provide effective training on working with such hazardous materials, and that the company did not immediately report the deaths to the agency. We checked in with Cal Fire to see if the Cal OSHA report will play a role in its ongoing investigation.
OSFM supports a safe workplace, and we value the work of our federal, state, and local partners, including Cal OSHA, who in this case conducted a parallel investigation focused on occupational hazards. We are working very thoroughly on each lead that we get, including when we do a warrant and we get some evidence, we get all the pieces that we need that is a part of that warrant. It's unknown to us how long exactly it will take us, just because we're being very thorough.
Yeah, Cal Fire says no word on when its investigation will be wrapped up. Now, in an email, a Cal OSHA spokesperson said Cal OSHA's role in this investigation is to focus on worker safety, examining what occurred, determining which workplace safety laws were violated, and identifying the protections and procedures that must be in place to prevent a tragedy like this from happening again. Now, it appears the owners did not cooperate in this Cal OSHA investigation. The agency said in the report it reserves the right to issue future citations based on evidence and documentation that it refused to provide. Now, the company has 15 days to pay the fines or appeal.
So, Michelle, have we heard anything at this point from Devastating Pyrotechnics?
Well, we know the owner is Kenneth Chi, and he has at least 2 lawyers, one in a potential criminal case and the other who is actually in Indiana working on the Cal OSHA issue. I haven't heard back from the Indiana lawyer. The criminal lawyer said he couldn't comment about the Cal OSHA investigation.
Well, and Michelle, we've kind of maybe wondered if this wasn't a training issue the whole time, since we heard from family that it was the first day on the job for a couple of the people who died, right?
Yeah, that was their first day, and I remember talking to those family members who said, of course, they hadn't heard from them after a certain time. They were waiting for a new supply to come in, is what family members told us. And yeah, throughout the report, it is questioning and showing violations of not proper training, not any training, even on forklifts and other equipment used in that facility.
Wow. All right, Michelle, thank you so much.